Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Was missing the Grand Campaign event due to my mouse and keyboard shutting off, but I think I found a fix for it. Regardless though, to make up for that, we have an Eastwoods public match for you. Before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise our regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So, today is February 22nd. It's a Saturday, about 5 o'clock Eastern Time. There's about 200 players on the server right now, and that imbalance is 9 towards the CSA side. Now, there is no artillery on this map, so your imbalance is your imbalance. Officers for today, CSA side, you have Gypsy, you have What the Dog Doing, I'm assuming that's how it finishes out. You have Hayden, Simple Joe, and then for the Union side, you have Colt, Duck, and Snow Cactus. So, let's get into our round here. Eastwood Skirmish, it's a wooded map. Now, thankfully in Grand Campaign, they had Westwoods going, so I guess this is kind of mocking that, except CSA attack on this map, and Union attack in Westwoods. So, Eastwoods is a relatively, it's simple in design. It is a forest, and that really lends its favor to the attacking team, because as a defender, you're sitting in one spot, generally around the point, and the defenders have to just wait for the attackers. And the attackers can come from any direction. It's hard to see what's going on in the woods. You don't know where the enemy is until they're right on top of you. And so it can be very difficult for defenders to win these maps, especially when you consider the fact that the CSA, the attackers here, have a 25% ticket advantage on the Union. And so that's why you maybe see some of the attacker groups trying to get a little aggressive in charge, because they don't want to be caught off guard. They want to catch the CSA off guard. Now, weapons on this map, the Union has the 14th Pennsylvania Regiment, which has the Springfield 61, and the 42nd Pennsylvania with the Sharps Carbine. And that regiment there only has one company because they have the Sharps Carbine. That's a special weapon. It shoots at twice the rate of your normal rifles in this game. And so because it's a special group, it only has one company and one flag. And you can see the Sharps are here. They're really short, so they suck at melee. And unfortunately for them, they're about to get into a melee. Union's very spread out as a team, which it's going to make it difficult for Union to really do a whole lot. A lot of these woods and corn battles come down to who can charge better and who can blob up more. And a lot of these charges just come down to who has more manpower and who has the better weaponry, which Union kind of has a disadvantage, even though they have the Sharps, because in a forest, Sharps are better for long-range shooting, not close combat. Which, you could see, one of those Union companies is wiped, their flag is down, Sharps are just falling back, but this is not the map you want Sharps for. Meanwhile, on the CSA side, they have the 5th Texas Regiment, which has the option of the Springfield 42, the Enfield, and the Springfield 55. So they got the Springfield 42, which has buck and ball, shoots 3, 4, 5 pellets out, which is like a shotgun. And so that gun is very weapon. It's, in my opinion, the most powerful and best weapon in this game, even though it isn't always the best at longer distances. You'd much rather have that than anything else, because most encounters in this game come down to the close engagements and charges. CSA also has the 4th Alabama with the Enfield and the Springfield 55. So CSA putting a little pressure. You saw Union kind of split their companies into 3 different groups. You have one company over here. It's probably the largest Union company on this team. Meanwhile, you saw the other 2 Union companies go over there and just kind of get picked apart by the larger CSA force. Now, some of those CSA are breaking off and heading over in this direction. Now, don't necessarily know if they know their friendlies are here, but they are pushing by the point, which for context is right here. And they are going to get a beautiful little flank here on the Union guys here. And they do outnumber Union as well. A lot of these Union guys are crouching as well, which is not going to help Union at all. And here comes CSA. When you are crouching and you die, you lose 3 times the amount of tickets compared to if you were just standing up in a line with your friendlies. If you're standing up alone by yourself, then you're out of line, and that's 5 times the amount of tickets. But CSA sweep through that and almost 4 or 5 minutes into this recording, and 7 minutes into the round, Union is about to be down a whole morale stage, and CSA is only halfway through their stage. That's not terribly surprising with how the round's gone. You got a couple of Union Rambles out here. I don't know if they're trying to pick up their flags, but those flags will be despawned around 5 minutes after they are dropped. And because Union doesn't have the flags, when they die, they got to spawn back at main. So these guys here, I think, are trying to sneak around to get their flag back.
Bayonets down, bayonets down, bayonets down. We're charging from the rear.
Never mind, they're going straight in. You know, it'll catch the CSA guys off guard for sure, but
charge it, boys. Charge it.
Again, they're going to die and just spawn back at main. This is not a good idea.
No, we're not here.
So, half the guys need to go in. But that'll get Union down to engaged. And CSA is currently on point and capping. Which is not a bad idea, because on a map like Bias, like this map, the Union is going to want to spawn camp themselves, and they're gonna turtle.
All right, call.
Hey, your guy duck.
No.
We're gonna move it up on the right side. We're gonna go through the woods. Once they cap, yeah, we're gonna hit them on the right.
All right, roger that.
Let's go ahead and try and get our flags up.
Pennsylvania B, basically
So,
the move is going to be is that
CSA is, never mind, they're not capping point, which is not a bad idea. See, the thing is, Union, if they turtle in their main spawn, defender goal is to get that clock down to 0. And so, if Union sits in spawn, they're killing the clock, and CSA is not really able to get to them. I mean, they can definitely shoot them, but they're not going to be able to deal a significant amount, so CSA might just cap point to force Union out to keep the engagement going. But CSA didn't end up capping, and their whole team is grouping up in the same. That would have been really funny if they volleyed into the friendlies. I thought that's what they were almost doing. Anyways, Union is moving out of spawn. They're going around to get their flags, and they're waiting for CSA to cap, and then they're going to go in. Now, if the CSA do cap the point, which they keep teetering on it, but if they do cap, then if Union retakes the point, they will go up to the percentage of tickets that the CSA is at. Because they're down on tickets. If Union was up on tickets, then nothing would change if Union retook the point. However, that's what would happen if they cap. But if I'm CSC, got 35 minutes, you knock your opponent down a whole morale stage. There is no need to cap right now. Union is not turtling, and you can see CSA has already moved here. Now, I will say the CSA movements have been pretty on point this entire round. Union did win this charge. They had more manpower. They got their flag. And you can see more CSA is slowly starting to make their way over. CSA movements have been very good for officers that can't chat in a voice call. Very, very good. And so CSA are trying to dive bomb. They're just trying to get Union down in tickets, and they are. 2 of the CSA flags are down. And it looks like you have more CSA reinforcements moving in, so they are going to win this. Oh, that guy just jumped up in the air. But CSA movements have been pretty dang perfect. It's like they know where the Union are at, and they're taking them out. Now, maybe they saw them moving across the woods, but I find it fascinating that those movements... I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, props to CSA. I mean, they're finding the Union, they're hitting them hard, and they're doing it well. Now, either Union flags despawned or they are dropped, which it looks like one Union flag is down over there. There was another one down over here, but this guy picked it up. But unfortunately for him, he's running right into the CSA line. So, with that all being said...
Don't play this game that we're playing. All right, boys. Here's my compromise.
It's only until they cap. Cactus.
All right, fine, boys. Over here. We're gonna use this little def lane. We're gonna take volleys into the point. On this line.
Well,
So,
you want to be all the way back here.
Welcome.
Hey.
Union here is going to
in
turtle.
this position. If we need to, if we start taking casualties, I'll move. In the meantime, boys, take aim.
They're going to try to force CSA to cap the point. And so they're going to sit back as far as they can. Now, I assume after a few minutes,
Jesus, he must
CSA is gonna
he thinks he got a
push very far forward and try to get close to Union and maybe not charge them out exactly. I don't know how deep into the woods they can go, but they can for sure run up, maybe get a shot or so, and then fall back. Also, it's what, a morale and a quarter of a stage until the Union hit breaking. At that point, CSA can cap and win.
Come to us, boys.
And you got 33 minutes to do that. And even if you get a couple kills every volley,
Pizza?
as for CSA, I'm sure you can get them down
Have pizza. Have your pizza, boys.
eventually.
Yeah, pizza time.
I don't think that existed at this time.
I think it did actually, but not down here though.
Alright, boys. I want y'all to take aim, boys. Take aim directly down my line.
Also
down my
for
line.
Union,
Front of the bush, aim low.
you got to consider, oh yeah, look at some CSA are charging in.
Stand up. Brace,
That hits CSA down to engage. But you see CSA is already walking forward. The other problem for Union and turtling, and this is more of a issue for pubs and regimentals, but you'll have guys out here ramboing. Those will start to add up significantly. Because again, it's 5 times the amount of tickets lost compared to just standing up and dying in your line. That's how the game tries to enforce people to work together as a team and, you know, actually kind of look like a Civil War group. Which is a pretty good system, I would say.
There for anything.
A lot of the initial designs of this game were very, very, very good.
Alright.
And that's why I'm here. Yeah, Rambo just got team killed, but I appreciate that Union is trying to find a way to win, you know. What they've been doing so far hasn't been working. And you wouldn't necessarily expect it to work either unless CSA fumbles bad, which CSA has to fumble really, really bad for that to happen.
God damn, boys, let it rain! Tennessee Ernie Williams playing Union music is based as always.
But I mean, if you're CSA, you know, if you lost Eastwood to CSA, that's that. I wouldn't even know what to think of that. But no, as Union, you should expect this, and I'm glad they're changing up their strategy. They're trying to turtle a little bit, try to kill this clock, maybe test CSA's patience, because that's what Union's doing.
1, 5.
And so, as time has gone on over the past couple years that I've been doing this, the patience of people have definitely increased, especially when it comes to captain points.
9 caliber bullet traveling at a low muzzle velocity. They have been naughty, and instead of getting coal, they will get imploded organs.
Oh,
It's alright. Yo, cactus.
so yeah, I mean, you got a couple Union guys going here and there. I mean, it's been what, about 4
Oh, sweet Jesus! All right, thank
4 or
you.
5 minutes since the shootout started. Union's gone down.
I hate pub officering. I only do it to recruit, and then the second I join is the worst fucking maps for the Union. But that's okay. I still do my duty. We're gonna fucking do our Kanye best here, boys. That's all I'll ever promise y'all. But also, if you do want to join the 65th, we're a cool group. Oh yeah. Now we got the fucking JBL speaker back. That's fine. They can't come back here. Keep up the fire. Right now,
Beautiful.
our entire strategy is
Snow
to
Cactus, the
kill them
top
until they fuck up.
frontline reporter for the Battle Line Network. Very appreciative of what he
I
does.
saw that.
When
That
we
was
cover
more
the
right.
Boy Howdy campaign, War Brothers, and Ghost of Antietam, when we did cover that.
It's gonna be, fucking, yeah, just left of the South Point. Alright, take
There's not even
aim.
an officer over here.
Ready! Hard!
Not even an officer over here. Look at that. So
Guys, if you
that's what this is going to be. CSA, I mean, there's a couple of Rambos trickling forward as well, but again, it's been about 5-ish minutes since this shootout's kind of started, and Union's gone down maybe a fourth of the stage. You see CSA is getting a little closer.
2, 1.
We gotta learn, they gotta learn, man. We will find them wherever they go.
There we go.
So I don't know the out of bounds. I mean, maybe I can find it in some ancient Discord text chats. when I first joined the IVB, there was a... Oh, I found it. I don't know if...
Check.
Trying to see if it's here or not. Ah, the channel still exists. This is amazing, actually.
Hold your fire.
Oh, is it not in here?
Left, guys, left.
We're going to go find him.
Let's go. Ah, dang.
Oh my God,
No,
stupid dog, stupid dog. Let's go.
I don't remember when they made this change. It was a couple of years ago. But it used to be... So normally you hit T in this game, and that's how you can see, like, your friendly names. The officer stars on top, like I'm spamming T right now. You can also see if you have down flags. When I hit right-click, that's when you see the little flags pop up above their heads, which is only available to spectators. You obviously wouldn't want people in game hitting right-click and then being like, oh, I know where everyone is. But it used to be that when you hit T, on top of the things I just mentioned, on the bottom right side of your screen, a pop-up would show it. It would show you like what regiment you're in, what company, what ammunition, what weapon you have, if you're in formation, skirmishing out of line. And now it tells you if you're capturing the point or not. It used to not. So you have to guess in the past if you were capturing or defending a point or not. And that's why, for example, when I'm looking at this old channel, it has boundaries for all the points. Could not imagine trying to draw these all out.
Keep fire, boys. Keep fire.
Which actually it's...
Keep shooting, boys.
Not
This
head
direction.
eastwards?
Keep fire. Keep fire.
Nah, it doesn't.
There's another flag.
Hey, boys, on the right. On the right. Brace up.
You got a couple of CSA guys tripping fire. I don't know why they're bringing a flag up, but... I mean, they're just trying to speed this up. CSA is capping on point, and Union has actually moved out. Because they're trying to hit CSA right as they cap the point, which it might have gone a little too soon. But you can see a couple of bodies on the left side of your screen.
Let's go, press T, press T, press T. Press T, press
So
T,
CSA
press
do
T.
cap the
Press
point.
T, let's go.
They have to hold it for 7 minutes and they win the game. However, if Union retakes, as mentioned earlier, they would regain up to the percentage of tickets that CSA is at. So they'd go from a middle. If they retook it right now, for example, they would go from a middle taking losses to a lower engaged, right where CSA is. Obviously, raw ticket-wise, the Union would have less, but percentage-wise, they are the same. And CSA starting to countercharge a few Union guys. They're trying to get the flag that's out here. And so they're going to sweep through and get that. Now, even if the CSA lose this cap, they'll still be in a good spot. Whenever you capture a point in this game, I think most times, as an attacker, you should really try to aggressively defend the point. Even if you're losing the point. And that's because, as an attacker right now, you're bringing everyone's tickets down, which is what your goal is.
Okay, they're moving left. They're moving
And
left.
if you
Over
just
here, on
capture the
this
point
line,
and
on
move
this
off the
line.
point, and the defenders retake it, defenders have a chance, if they're down tickets, to regain a lot. Like, imagine if CSA capped and then left the point, Union would regain, like, 3/4 of a morale stage. That's something
Company,
you
pull
wouldn't
it back
want
on
as an
me, pull it back
attacker.
on me. Let's go, let's
If you're an
go. Pull
attacker
back,
and you're
pull
losing a
back,
point, you
we're
also still want to aggressively defend it if you're up on tickets. Because if you as an attacker has more tickets, like right now, let's say Union retake, Union's going to regain a lot of tickets. If CSA just dive bombs and loses a bunch of guys, Union as a defender won't be able to regain as many when they retake the point. But this is all hypothetical speaking. Right now, Union is not taking the point by any means. CSA saw Union was taking it, and they're now charging into it. And with that, Union gets wiped and loses the flag behind the CSA lines. We're down to 5 minutes on that gold timer. And so Union's going to have to go at it again. Now, because Union is down tickets, they'll go up the percentage of tickets that CSA is at.
We may lose, but we're gonna have a way more fun time.
Union tickets don't really matter as much right now. Like, the only thing we really care about is the CSA tickets, because that's what Union's going to go up to if they retake the point. However, if Union falls to their last stage, they'll hit final push. And at that point, the gold timer can drop. I doubt Union's going to hit final push, though. I mean, it could happen, but here goes Union. Here's Snow Cactus. They might lose, but they're going to have fun while doing it. Which, who would have thought? That's why you play video games, ladies and gentlemen. So Union kind of charging at CSA right. The CSA left kind of pushes forward and hits the backside of this Union push. Both sides are dropping to their next stage. And that charge is held from CSA. Now, the only way Union wins charges on this map is if CSA is spread out and Union charges together. Because if both sides charge at each other, CSA have the buck and ball with a shotgun, and Union has the sharps that suck at melee. And so, oh my goodness. Surprisingly though, Union actually kind of held the line a little bit here. They have guys respawning in, they have flags. CSA flags are down, and I think that's making a little bit of a difference right now.
Hurry, get the flag up.
Get the flag up, gentlemen.
Red flag, not the red flag.
We gotta get the flags up or we're gonna lose. Get the flags up.
Now Union's got to move quick on this because CSA has 4 flags up. Union only has 2. Remember, there is a 3rd down flag over there. Actually, is there a... so Union has 2 flags down. But Union's got to move quick. What? That was interesting. But the problem is CSA has 4 flags compared to the Union 3. Looks like they only have 3 here, but Union just is at a disadvantage already because CSA can out-respawn the Union. That's why in a map like this and a map like Hooker's Push, the Union cannot get in a close shootout. They cannot sustain that. You will be out-respawned by the CSA, and CSA will eventually run you over, regardless of weaponry. So 2 minutes left, nearly on that clock. Union's actually, Union is going to hit final push. You know, that bar dropped a lot faster than what I was ever expecting. But, you know, here we are.
I regret starting this. I regret making this joke. Anyway, let's go.
Well, I don't know what the joke was, but they didn't capture it.
Accidentally kill somebody again. The game's
Unless
mad
he
at
accidentally team killed someone, which is what he just said. So, Union's just going straight in, because really what else do they do? They're going to final push. That gold timer could potentially drop. I don't think it will.
Emotional support because I'm afraid of another team kill.
Union going in straight on 2 of these CSA flags. You don't have a lot of infantry around them. They get out of dodge pretty quickly trying to return to their line. And Union steamrolling. It's probably Union's last organized charge. They need to get the flags ASAP. So they hit final push. I don't know if that gold timer dropped. I don't think it did. If it did drop, it would drop to the amount of time that it takes to get from the attacking team's main spawn to the point 2 times without bandits and reload, which for Union is probably like a minute and a half.
We're pushing up, boys. Brace.
So CSA sweep through that, and the last Union huzzah is done. You have a couple more Union trickling up. I mean, can we hear the reactions of these main spawners?
Nice try, boys. Nice try.
Do it for state, boy.
I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna try and get Cav Colt, but if I'm not, I'll be back on Union.
It's all good.
And then I'll probably see you at Pride Forward.
Yeah, probably.
Next map is Nicodemus Hill, fair bounce map. Only some of you will get that joke from years ago. But CSA's counter-charging this round is over. This is Eastwoods as you expect. You can appreciate the effort by Union to change up their strategy. They went and kind of turtled and waited for CSA to cap, and then they went in, which is textbook strategy for how to play these really biased maps. Is you maybe try an initial defense, and if that doesn't work, you just turtle and force the attacking team to cap. And at that point, you try to push them to last stand, because CSA was considered the defenders once they took the point, so they could hit last stand, and if Union did retake the point there, they would win. But outside of that too, obviously retaking the point and regaining a bunch of tickets, but you would want to push CSA to last stand. However, you would need to have CSA cap when you're in battle ready so that counterattack is 20 minutes instead of 12 or 7. So with that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. We have a Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the Mono War videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and a lot of other links in the description. You can check them out there. Regardless, appreciate you all, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.